What's up, y'all? It's your girls, KD
and KB,
and you're checking in the Hot Take Hotel,
where the tea is always hot and your bed is always made.
Hope you enjoy your stay.
What's up?
Hi.
I feel like we start the episode every time with me awkwardly saying hello, and after we have already talked.
Because and how else can you come into it? Just like it is.
It's me.
Yeah, how else do you come into it? Hi.
Hello.
I like this
my dress.
Dress.
Thank you. This is an Amazon original.
Amazon.
Yes. I follow this. I'm not gonna give anybody shameless plugs, but I follow this girl who picks really good Amazon finds.
Okay.
And I bought it last year, and it's actually really nice. I like it.
I thought it was H&M, but it's cute.
Amazon. I think it was like $20. I'll send you a link.
Okay.
Yes. I haven't seen you this weekend for one. No, I'm lying. I saw you Friday.
Girl, you saw me on Friday.
I didn't see you yesterday. How was the thing you went to yesterday?
Yes. Happy Juneteenth, y'all.
Happy Juneteenth.
By the time this comes out, it will not be Juneteenth anymore. But happy Juneteenth to our peeps. It was cute. I went to Brown Sugar Bounce, I think is what it's called. It was cute. I didn't say, girl, we did not stay long. You know what?
Oh, no.
In and out. But I was adamant about not sitting in the house. I was like, we are not staying in the house on this beautiful day. So I don't give a damn what you do. Put some clothes on.
We have to go outside.
We are going outside.
I agree.
And we went outside and we was out there for probably an hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
Yeah.
It was too hot? Or was just not? It just wasn't fun?
So actually, my man called this out and he was like, you have fun depending on the people who you're with. Like,
Agreed.
Like I'm the kind of person, like, I have fun with my people, my community. So it's like, if I'm just there, I mean, it was just me and him and the music. I feel like if the music was a little bit better, which it was good because they were just like playing Black American music, but I think the music probably got 10 times better as the night went on. Like, it wasn't like they was playing bad music. It was just early enough in the function where it wasn't like
the basic music before they start getting crazy.
Yeah, but
okay. This is the intro DJ.
Right, before they start playing the bangers.
Yes.
Like they had to play the B-side bangers, like the bangers that like sneaky bangers that it's still a banger, but everybody else ain't playing. Yes. So it kind of was like I assumed that the music probably got a lot better. But I think if the music was like 10 out of 10,
you would have been good.
I probably would have stayed a little bit longer. But yeah, it was just like, it was standing around. It was cute. It wasn't bad. And then on Friday, we went to the beach.
Yes, and I'm still cleaning up sand at my house.
I knew. I was going to ask you. I knew you didn't. I was like, I wonder if she put this boy.
I did.
He got in the tub?
Oh, my God. We walked into the house. First of all, I miss my man. He got to come home. Yeah. Because being a single mother is not fun.
Now you're a single Now you're a single mom.
Thursday and being a single mother. Son. Not only did we drive back home, I couldn't take the stuff out the car, right? Because I'm whipping it now, guys. I finally, at the age of, how old am I? 31? At the age of 31 years old, I finally got my driver's license. We're here. Room. Okay. We drove home. I had to take him out the car. He screamed the entire time home because he missed his friend that he was playing at the beach with.
I know that's right.
Okay. Got home. I took his pants off in the tub, sand. Like, it's as if he brought the beach back to my house.
He was literally
in it. He was like in it.
He was literally rolling around on the ground. Like, I looked over and he was like laid down in the sand, like smiling, like
it's me.
I'm like, get up.
Oh my God, it was so much sand. And it was sand everywhere. And it was in his butt, it was in his butt cheeks. It was everywhere.
The thing that I hate about the beach is the sand. Like, it's like you can never escape it. It just come with you everywhere.
There. And I feel like too, I wasn't in the sand. I sat in that chair majority of the time, unless I went to go run after him, and I had sand in my boobs, and I was like, "What is happening?" Like
that's just because you went down to that beach trying to fill up that pool thing.
I forgot I did that.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I was trying to be good, but yeah, I just needed my man to come back because I had to unload the car, I had to give him a bath, I had to walk the dog. It's just I'm not built for this life.
But can I tell him we can cut it out if you want? But girl, you texted me this morning talking about something. I was gonna ask you if you could watch my son on FaceTime. I said. Not on FaceTime babysitting.
No, okay, so what happened was the forecast never said anything about rain, right?
Rain been sneaky all weekend, like just popping up.
So literally, when I'm by myself, I take my kid to walk the dog. Woke up this morning at 8. The shades were down. I didn't see the rain, and I was like, let me just grab him. I'll give him some milk, and we'll go straight out. I did that. Open the shades, rain. So I said, maybe it'll pass in an hour. It was damn near 10:45. And of course, Leo, crying and whining. I felt so bad for him. So I locked him in the room with the thing. His godfather called him and stayed on the phone with him. And I took Leo to the front. And it worked out pretty well. I was really proud of myself.
Listen, you guys do what you got to do. I don't be judging the parents because
that's what you got to do.
You really do. And also, I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, like I used to get off the bus. Me and my cousin used to get off the bus at my grandma's house, and we would be there by ourselves for like an hour or two before any adults showed up. And I was in kindergarten. Like you just had to, hey, come here and turn the TV on and sit down.
When I mean it, like it's only when I got older, it takes a community.
Yeah.
So, and like I used to take the bus to school by myself. I used to come home. My grandmother would pick me up from the bus, but she had to do something. Maybe my mother was at work. The people in my building would watch out for me, like, and make sure I was good. And I feel like that's how you were supposed to be raised. And that's one thing I kind of do get a little bit sad about raising my son in like Long Island, where we don't have the sense of community when it comes to like neighborhood. Or maybe when we move again, we'll have that.
I think you will.
Yeah.
You just gotta like build it and be around. Yeah, and talk to people and be around some other like parents.
My mom friends. I do want some mom friends though. I do.
You always say that.
I do want some mom friends.
And I'm always offended by it.
How?
I don't know.
How? You
like, bitch, are we not enough? Why do you need mom friends?
Because I need friends with kids so that he could hang around. He's an adult kid.
There is kids.
We got one kid. The one kid that came to the beach.
No, there was 4 kids there.
Them 2 little babies, my son is not even bothering yet. When they get of age, yes, they will be there. And then when you give me my kid, then we can have more kid babies.
2028. The date just get moved back and
back.
2029.
So stupid.
All right, checking in. Okay, so the stories today. Actually, I got this idea because literally I was like, I don't know what to talk about. And I was like, hey, give me an idea. And he was like, oh, you should talk about dates, like bad dates. And I was like, oh, that's a great idea. So today's topic is about dates. And the working title is 50 Worst Dates.
Ooh, okay.
They're kind of short, so I got like 4, maybe 5, depending on how much time we spend.
Okay.
All right, first one. Okay, the first one is coming from r/AITAH. AITA for walking out on a guy on a date. So this just happened, and I'm now discussing it with my flatmate, who has a different view than me. We figured we would see how Reddit feels. I, 32 female, just met a guy, 38 AM, for a date. We started talking 2 days ago on Bumble, and he suggested that we meet up after work for drinks. We didn't speak much on the app. He said he preferred to go out straight for a drink, and I'm the same way. Anyway, I met him outside the bar around 5:30 p.m., and we went inside for a drink. He seemed nice, relaxed, chill. We sat down and talked a bit about the bar and the holiday I just got back from. Coincidentally, he'd just been there too right before me.
Okay.
All fine, but then it got weird. After that topic came to an end, I asked him how his day was. He said something like, yeah, fine, a bit long and stressful, but I'm glad it's the weekend soon. So I followed up with, so what do you do? After that, he didn't say anything for a second, looked at me sort of aggressively, and just said, that quickly? I said something like, sorry, ? Because seriously, what the fuck is that answer? Then he said in a very aggressive, honestly almost angry voice, you're just interested in how much money I make. Is that it?
I thought he was like a stripper or something. He didn't want to tell nobody. Not you mad because you think I'm clocking your pockets, brokey. Go ahead.
Not brokey. I was so taken aback, I just said, okay, down my drink, and walked out.
Oh, okay.
I just got back and told my flatmate about it, who is also male. His perspective is that he's been out with girls who were just interested in his money, and that maybe it was a sensitive point for the guy. I should have clarified that I was asking out of interest rather than walking out. My point of view is that it's a normal question you ask when you meet someone for the first time,
Duh.
And that his response was a red army of flags. Walking out was the right call. Am I the asshole?
No. Why was he so defensive?
Why
was he so defensive?
Also, one, I'm actually really like, shout out to her. I think maybe when you're like 32, you kind of like, you're very sure in yourself that you're like, okay, yeah, this is not it. Let me go ahead and get up out of here.
Agreed.
But I do feel like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like the podcast or the mics. I don't know. We got to cut the mics off. Cause like, I don't know why men are so hung up on feeling like women are gold diggers or like that we need.
I agree.
Like we want money.
I agree.
I feel like most people barely touching six figures.
Yep.
Like, I don't think women are approaching conversations or dating thinking that I'm finna find a man who's gonna take care of me.
Also, too, and I definitely will say this: you are what you attract. Like, there's a certain niche of women that look for that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I feel like you can kind of identify those women off rip. Like, I can. That sounds kind of, don't judge a book by its cover, but you can kind of see a certain type of woman and be like, oh, she looks for this, she's looking for this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like, for him to approach her like this, I'm assuming she don't look like that. So, like, why would you get so defensive about it?
Yeah.
And also, too, I'm very sorry to say, if I was single at 31, this is a very important question. I swear to God, if I was single now, I would approach dating so crazily because, like, there's so many real life things that happen. Like, what's your credit score? What's what do your parents do? How were you brought up? There's so many things that are way more important now than they were in our 20s. Why are you so defensive about this question?
Yeah, I feel like being asked what you do is a very regular
intro conversation.
I've had people ask me what I do. We ain't even on a date. It's just like a random person.
It's a random
like,
thing.
I just meet.
Exactly.
And they're like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, da da da.
And I don't know. She said flat, so I'm assuming they're in the UK. Mm-hmm. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming. I feel like in New York, life is about major cities, period. Life is about networking. And suppose you do something for me that I feel like I can help you out or something. So you're someone. So I feel like that's where like learning new people is about. So why not? You know what I mean? I thought he was like a stripper or like a prostitute or something. The way he was so defensive.
Yeah, like we thought he was gonna say something
crazy, like oh yeah,
or I'm an FBI.
Yeah, exactly. Something
Maybe
weird.
He is an FBI. What do you think he does?
Because he is so defensive, I think that he's an escort.
Oh.
And also, too, now that I'm, like, in the Diddy trial, I'm basically a juror in this, and I didn't realize there were so many, like, sex positions, like, sex jobs. Like, escorting is a really big thing. I just thought it was, like, I didn't know it was that big.
Yeah, no,
I very did not know that.
I don't know if I would consider it big, but it does happen. It does happen.
Exactly. So I feel like maybe that's what he does on the side, because why would you so defensive?
Or he don't got a job.
Or maybe he has and I'm gonna defend him in a side part. Maybe he had a bad experience with a girl and he makes so much money that he feel like, remember the girl from the other story I read that quit her job?
Oh, facts.
Maybe he's used to dating girls like that. So he's just like, has his guard up all the time.
Yeah. I will say, I can see how it might be stressful for a man when they think that they have to like be this like ultimate provider. But what I also think is happening is that people become, if you are not getting out in the real world, you become what your algorithm is. You really can be in a bubble. Like I learned that from the last election when I definitely thought that like we had it in the bag and Kamala was gonna win, and then my best friend was like, "Girl, no, like, what are you talking about? Mad people voting for Trump." And I'm like, "Girl, no,
when you see that at
like, and then we didn't win, or she didn't win, and I was like, "Oh, like you can literally be in a bubble
and not know what's going." I agree. No, that's true.
And so I feel like I get how maybe depending on where you fall in, like what kind of conversations you're having, you can maybe feel the pressure of needing to like be a provider.
And hot take, like crazily. I'm very sorry. Like, I'm not a traditional person. I'm a traditional in certain aspects, right? And I definitely think that there should be two people bringing things to the table. But men are supposed to be providers. And I'm very sorry. Like, it's very simple. Like, look, I'm serious. Like, it's very simple. Like, he either can do it, he can't do it. Like, you either do it, you can't do it. And I feel like at 30, she said she's 32?
And he 38.
Okay, at 32 and 38 years old, that's the primary conversation. Yeah. You don't got to get deep. She didn't ask you how much money you make.
Facts.
No, but what are you doing? Because if I'm making a certain amount of money, I would like to date someone who is making just about more than me or just about the same as me. So we bring equal things to the table. Like dating's about what can we do for each other. What you could do for me if I make this, or if I do this and you do this. You know what I mean? Suppose she's a lawyer, and then you are a bartender. How are we gonna work out?
Now, playing devil's advocate a little bit.
Go.
So, I'm picturing this in my mind. You just came into a restaurant and you sit down, and I'm saying like, "Oh, hey, how are you?" And this is like your first date, and you're like, "Oh, I'm good. Like I just left work. It was I'm glad it's the weekend. It was a stressful time." And I respond with, "Oh, what do you do?" Does that feel off-putting?
No, because you introduced the work conversation by telling me that you just left work.
Well, he said that he glad it's the weekend. He didn't say he just left work, but
said it's glad it's the weekend.
It was stressful, and he glad it's the weekend.
traditionally, normal people
At
are
work.
stressed in the week because of work, unless you have life situations happening. You know what I mean? So if you're bringing up an emotion, I'm going to assume it's about work and I can ask you.
Yeah.
Also, too, dead silence. Asking somebody what they do is kind of a buffer to be like, to fix the dead silence between the two. What else you going to say? Oh, what's your zodiac sign? Then you're going to say she crazy.
Facts. Or maybe like what you like to do outside of work.
Then I'd be still talking about work. You know what I mean? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like work is a daily thing. Like, it's a part of your life, no matter what.
Honestly, people spend majority of their days
At
or their
work.
lives at work.
Yes.
So I think it's a valid.
Yes,
thing
it's
to
a
talk
valid
about.
question. I don't think she's an asshole. I do think she bold as hell for walking out though. That's crazy.
Facts.
I don't think I would have done that. I think I probably would have stuck it through and just probably never called back.
Yeah.
But that's 20-something-year-old me, and you gotta approach it differently at 30. He's whack. He's a corn. He's a brokey. Fix it.
Brokey. I'm trying to find some comments.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, sadly enough, it's just a bunch of other women in the comments sharing similar perspectives. Like this somebody said, this guy approached me at a bar one night and we started making small talk. He's telling me that he was visiting from another state and he and his buddies were just in town for the week for business. So in the spirit of conversation, I asked him what the business might be. And this dude lays into me about how I'm a gold digger and only thing I want.
Oh my God.
And all of that until I had just walked away.
Men have too much opinions nowadays. They gotta shut up and build a house and go
this
to
is-
work. They're gonna kill me.
Baby, the takes are hot
They're
today.
gonna kill me. Seriously, like, I feel like, shut up.
I do. It does. It honestly, it is. It is an annoying conversation. Like it is kind of just like spare me. Like nobody's trying to use you.
Like,
Yeah. Like nobody's
also
trying
too,
to use you.
quite frankly, I like the work that I do to a certain extent. So if somebody asks me what I do for work, I'm excited to tell them like, oh, I do this. You know what I mean? Like, why would you don't like your job?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it says that. So
But
like,
to me, that's a projection. Cause like
yeah.
you were triggered. Well, he did say it was stressful, so maybe he like triggered. He probably is like an accountant, and he went into accounting just to make money.
So you need to go to therapy,
And now that
you don't
you're
need to be what's it called? You don't need to be in the bar meeting women. You need to be talking to a therapist because you have
Facts.
problems. And
Now
that's
that
not my
he here,
problem.
He hate the job, and he don't want nobody asking him about it. But he's stuck. Oof.
Forever.
Okay. All right. That was cute.
Hi, here's a brief intermission brought to you by the Hot Take Hotel podcast.
Hey guys, thank you for all of the love and support. It has been really great. But we just need one more thing.
Please like, subscribe, comment. We need your feedback. If you're really loving a piece of the show, let us know. If you think we're crazy, let us know. Your feedback helps us make the episodes better.
Yes, and get in the comments. Like, if it's a hot take that you didn't agree with, put it in the comments on Spotify, on YouTube, across all the socials. There are areas where you can comment, so put them in the comments.
And make sure you check back every Thursday for a new episode of Hot Take Hotel Podcast, where we're bringing you the drama and the juice. Bye. Now back to the show.
Next story. This one is also from r/AITAH.
Okay.
This one is AITA for going on a date with someone else after a really good first date.
Okay.
I know, right? Okay.
Okay.
27 female, went out on Tuesday with this great guy I met last weekend.
Okay.
We connected on pretty much every level and decided to go out again tomorrow since we both have busy weekends. I am also using this Hinge dating app sparingly and actually had a planned date with this guy from there that I went on Thursday. I matched with him and planned the date before I met the first guy. Fuck it, let's call him Tom for the story. Okay, so let me add a little residence. So Tom and I met and planned the date after I already had this other date scheduled Thursday.
Okay.
The Thursday date was fine. He was cute, but that was about it. We didn't have much in common at all, and I haven't heard from him since our date. But I was really looking forward to going out with Tom tomorrow until this happened. Maybe I shouldn't have done this in hindsight, but I told Tom about the date from Thursday and how nothing happened, but I thought he should know. Tom did not take it well.
Tom is crashing out.
Tom started questioning why I did it and if I was telling him how I liked him and I was looking forward to our date, why I went out on another date. Here's another aspect that might be relevant. Tom and I had sex after our date on Tuesday.
Okay.
Tom is saying he can't believe I had sex with him and still went on a date on another date. I told him I had it scheduled before I met him, and he says he's not sure why I just didn't cancel it. Some of my girlfriends are telling me to run because they think this is a nice guy behavior from Tom, and one good date doesn't mean I owe him any exclusivity. I have other friends who think maybe because we had sex, it makes it more complicated, and maybe Tom isn't so wrong for feeling hurt. As of now, Tom is currently saying he doesn't know if he wants to see me tomorrow, and he would think about it. Am I the asshole?
Whoa. Okay. I have to be on Tom's side a little bit.
You on Tom's side?
A little bit, I am. Because I feel like Tom likes, I know it's only been one date.
Yes.
But Tom actually liked her, and maybe he saw them having sex as meaning like, okay, cool, like we could do this. And maybe now he's assuming that she's having sex with everyone after the first date.
Ooh.
And that is a spiral in itself.
But also, can we be in control of our emotions a little bit?
Yes, we can, 100%.
Like,
but him being in control of his emotions, saying to her, hey, I don't know if I want to do a second date with you because we already did the hoot and hot. We already did it. So like the next, I'm assuming that his next step was to get to know each other more and kind of build upon it. And maybe he's not talking to anybody else. That's not her fault though, but maybe that's where that is.
yeah, it's only been one date, Tom.
I know, but she must have wowed him a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I feel like they both was into each other, and they should both just continue to keep dating. Like, I'm not sure why her going on another date is like sending him overboard. I assume anybody I'm dating is dating other people. Like, if we're all outside dating, we're just like getting to know people. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't assume that somebody that I just went on a first date with I'm the only person he's taking on a date.
I 100% agree with that, but when you add the level of sex to it, I don't want to assume that the guy that I'm having sex with was having sex with everybody else. I could be wrong. I could 100% be wrong, 1,000%. But I don't want to believe that, and I don't think he want to see that either.
I'm assuming it.
You assuming it?
Yeah.
I don't want to. Here we go. I know I live in a delusion. Yeah, I live in a delusion. I'm fully aware of that. I romanticize a lot of things, so I'm fully aware of that. I don't want to think that part, and I feel like maybe he's the same way too. He doesn't want to think that part. Also, too, how old was Tom?
I don't think she said.
I think that plays a big part in it as well. Because if she's 27, she's still outside, she's still living, she's still growing. If Tom is older than her, he may not be looking for that kind. He may be looking for more of a serious approach to things. And I think maybe that's what shifted him a bit.
But they can continue to do that.
Like, they can. But I think for him, he was like, oh shoot, we had sex, we went out. Okay, cool. Maybe this is someone I could kick it with for a little bit. I don't have to go to the thing. And she like, baby, I'm outside. And he like, so you fucking everybody after the dates?
Would you have canceled your date?
I don't think I would have canceled the date. I probably would have still went on it, maybe.
So what are we saying right now?
I don't know. I don't think I would have. I understand I understand him thinking about it. I think it is a little dramatic that he's going at that approach. I wouldn't have done that, but I would have been pissed too if I found out the person that I went on a date with is having sex with somebody else, or went on a date a few days later.
Yeah, she didn't say she had sex with him.
Well, I'm just saying I would assume that you went on a date with me, you liked me, you had sex with me. You went on a date with somebody else, and you telling me about it. I'm like, did you fucking
But she's saying she didn't. She told him like it wasn't a good date. Like, I'm into you.
I'm still emotional.
The problem is, I don't know why sis got the yapping.
Yeah, that's also true too. That's also true.
Like,
but maybe because it was so bad, she was like, "Let me tell him about what's going on." Sometimes you gotta keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself.
Like, what possessed you to tell him?
Yeah, you can't tell
anybody else. If you had never said anything, it would
never have happened.
Like,
it would have, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you could have just went with it and called it a day and have fun with Tom.
Okay, so to clarify, do you think that you should, if you're going outside and you're like casually dating people, like meeting them on apps or whatever,
should you tell the other person?
Yeah, I just feel like people are assuming that you are already doing that. My assumption is that anybody who's on the Tinder, on the Hinge, on the whatever the apps are, Bumble, whatever the apps are, they are dating multiple people.
Yes. Okay. If we met on an app, I feel like we can talk about other people's dating.
Yeah.
If I met you in real life, maybe not so. I also think that if I don't like you, I have no problem just going out and telling you what's going on. Like, if I'm like, if I don't see you to a level of like that, I don't have no problem doing that. I've done that in the past. Like, I'm like, oh, let me tell you what happened to me last week. This is what this person did, or this is what this person did. I don't have no mind doing that. But I feel like if you like the person, you don't. Yeah. I feel like you should stray away from it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because also too, there's a protective level. Like, I don't want you to know what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out what's going on outside before I commit to this. I don't want you to know. From my personal experience, I I didn't do that, even though you know what I mean? Like, I didn't do that because I was like, I don't want to fuck it up. I didn't tell my partner about what I was doing outside. He wasn't my partner, but while I was dating, I didn't tell him, like, oh, I'm also going on dates with this person.
Yeah. No, I probably wouldn't have done that because that's crazy to do.
That's crazy. That sounds crazy. And
but I would have went on the date.
Yes. Put it in the man perspective. If he came on a date with her and was like, yo, let me talk about this bitch I went on a date with. Come on. This would be a whole different conversation. We'd be like, fuck out of here. Why you got to see somebody else? Yes.
Yeah, I probably would cut somebody else.
Yes. If you want to date with a guy after first of all, women, after first date, we kind of really know what we want to see first, right? You want a guy with the first date, you had a good time and you had sex with him. Okay? You chilling. You like, I like this person. You may have other dates on the side, but you like, yo, this person I really see a vibe with. And a few days later, he come up to you and be like, yo, I went on a date with this girl the other day. You can be like, what did I do?
Like, you're probably not into me.
Yes.
But I feel like that's not what he's saying. He's saying you should not have went on the date.
And because he probably feels like he's not into her. She's not into him like some way. I feel like that's the underlying code to it.
I can see that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to some comments. So someone says, maybe not the asshole, you do you. Tom has every right to feel upset that you slept with him, then popped out for another date 48 hours later.
Crazy. Popped out forever.
Somebody else says, wait, they calling her the asshole? I'm screaming.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I do think you having sex with Tom is relevant. I do also think it says something that you slept with him on the first date. Ooh.
I ain't say all that.
Not respectability politics.
Yeah, no, all right.
I'm gonna finish the comment, but we might have to cut your ass out. Okay. You said second guy was cute. Would you have slept with him if he tried? Oh, no. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, I don't like that one.
Fuck
No. Yeah, fuck you. No. I can fuck whoever I want to fuck. Come on.
Not you trying to be judgmental.
Judgy.
Someone else has same concept as me. Okay. Not the asshole. You choose whatever you feel like. But sometimes you have to tell someone no to get another yes. If I was on a date with a girl and it went like this, I would assume it didn't go well for me and pretty much end it. Or I would believe she was just in it for the sex and not pursue a relationship with her. So I guess it's more like what you said. Like, you're just thinking like, oh, you just out here having sex with everybody.
Yeah, you just have to. And maybe he's not to that point in his life yet. I feel like maybe he's to a more serious point.
He might be looking for something for real.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of these apps do bring people together for marriage and stuff. You know what I mean? So maybe he is. You know what I mean? So maybe he is looking for that.
My friend and her husband
met on the app. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, I feel like there also is a level of that. Like, that's why I don't want to call her an asshole, but if that's the question, she is. But I do see his point of being upset.
I think she asked her for telling him, but I don't think she asked her for going on the date.
She shouldn't have told him. Here we go. What's the saying? If a tree falls in the forest but nobody's there, did they hear it? I said that bad. What is it?
No, I think you're right. I just like, why are you saying this?
Because like, you could date all you want to. That if you don't know, it don't matter.
Oh, you're saying just keep it on
hush. Yeah, keep it on hush. Yeah,
okay.
until she's to the point where she feels like, okay, great. You know what I mean? Like, approach it like that.
Okay, this next story was funny to me.
Okay.
This was coming from r/am I the asshole.
Okay.
AITA for accepting a free drink from a stranger while on the first date.
Please tell me how old she is.
Oh, this is funny to me. Okay. I have no idea if I'm in the wrong here.
Okay.
So I was texting back and forth with a guy about a week that I met at a football game. Mm-hmm. We had seats next to each other, struck up a conversation, and exchanged numbers. Seemed pretty normal in text and definitely looking for a relationship. I was honest that I was up in the air for anything. Ha 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 ha. Not that I didn't want a relationship, but I'm not actively seeking one.
Okay.
So boom. She put that in here.
All right.
So boom. He invites me out to dinner at a nice bar, and I was going out with my friends later that night, so I figured it would be a cool pregame before I met up with my friends.
Okay.
Things were going pretty okay. We just grabbed some wings to share and a charcuterie board along with a bottle of wine. When the waitress came back, she has all the appetizers, the wine, and a shot.
Okay.
My date tells her we didn't order the shot, and she points to the guy over sitting at the bar and says, he sent it over for me.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wait, I'm sorry. Is it one shot or two shots?
One.
Oh, that's her husband. Keep going.
Ooh. No, that probably is. Okay.
You know what they say? Don't block your blessings from the man you're supposed to be with. That's her husband. Continue.
Facts.
Go ahead.
My date then tells the waitress that we didn't need it, and he appreciated the offer though.
Okay.
I'm not one to waste free alcohol. And I tell her that it's fine. She can leave it.
Okay.
I was sitting facing the bar just as the waitress leaves. I'm grabbing the shot, and the guy who sent the drink turns around and gives me across the room cheers, motioning with his drink. I do the same.
She is a hot girl. This is a city girl. This is a city girl. Okay, this is city girl.
Girls is up.
City girls up.
I do the same, and I'm about to take the shot, and my date is like, "Are you really going to accept a drink from another guy while we're on a date?" I tell him it's just a drink, and it's not a huge deal, and I don't even know the guy. Then I take the shot and try to just keep talking.
She is up. She is up. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He's not eating and barely interacting, and then he just gets up and heads over to the bar. He goes up there. They finna fight.
Oh my God. Wait. Okay.
It's like, nah. Okay. He just going to the bar. He gets up and heads over to the bar. Wait. He's not eating and barely interacting, and then he just gets up and heads over to the bar. He goes up there, closes out the bill, and walks out the door, totally leaving me there. I tried to text him the next day, and he basically said I disregarded his feelings and that I was a bit of an asshole the way I brushed off what he was saying, and taking the shot was a slap in his face. I really didn't think I was in the wrong. I didn't flirt with the guy. He wasn't an ex. I don't even know the bar stranger. If my date didn't make a huge deal about it, we could have enjoyed the rest of the night. So am I the asshole?
My girl is outside. The only reason she's not an asshole is because, first of all, she should have went on a date. Is because and she said in the beginning that they talked like he's looking for something serious and she's not really looking for a relationship. That's why he was mad. That's why he was mad. That's the only reason why he's mad. If they were both in the same, like he was doing everything like outside too, I don't think he would have been as mad.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
First of all, that man was bold.
Facts.
Bold.
And you know what?
That's
it's
a king. That's a black king. That's a black king.
We don't even know who it is, but it's giving me like romance novel. Like you on a date, and Wizard Kelly sitting up. Hot take. Actually, never mind. No, somebody posted and said Wizard Kelly looked like Shannon Sharp, and I hollered. There was this thing that came out, and it was a show Wizard Kelly face, and it's like, this is exactly what I thought he looked like, Shannon Sharp. I screamed.
You know he's supposed to be Magic Johnson.
Oh.
Wizard Kelly's supposed to be Magic Johnson. That's why the theater. You never realized it? The Magic Johnson Theater in Proud Family. But weird because I was watching Proud Family the other day too.
I love Proud Family.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm just like picturing like big boss, like real big.
He got big balls. Like he looked like that's a man.
Yeah.
But girl, I hope she went over to that bar and talked to. I know she didn't put that in the story, but she should have. She should have went over there and talked to him. Why not?
Absolutely.
He that bold? That'd turn me on. I'd have been like.
He probably come over and talk to her. Like, imagine you send a shot. Ooh, you send a shot over. She take the shot. She looking good.
And she do like this to you?
Yes. The guy she with get up and leave and close the bar. You gotta go over there.
I was waiting for and say some shit like I was waiting for you to get rid of him. I was trying to find a way for you to get rid of him.
Get rid of that loser.
Oh, that's her husband. Wait, loser, double
honestly,
loser.
My friends probably wouldn't even see me that night.
I know. It took me for a month.
Shut the whole thing down.
Wait, this is like
a man.
This is like the intro to what's it called? What's that sex movie? That big sex movie that came out mad years ago.
50 Shades of Grey?
Yes, this is like the introduction to that. You wouldn't see me for a month. Go on.
I've never seen that movie.
You never seen it? Mm-mm. Oh my God. The first one is really, really good.
Yeah.
Also, I was really young and horny, so that's probably why it was good.
But no, I think she is kind of well and out of pocket. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I'm trying to picture, because a part of me wants to say, like, if I'm with my man and somebody send him a drink, and I might just be like, oh, my man is fine. But I think I'm being delusional right now, and I probably would be like,
I'd be pissed.
Ain't no damn way.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would lose my shit. I'll be pissed. But also too, if it was my man, I would lose my shits.
Yeah.
If I was on a date with the guy that I like, I would probably be upset. If I was on a date with somebody I didn't care about, I'd probably be like, all right, whatever. But also, I'll will probably try to be funny and be like, why you didn't send me one? Like, yeah.
Smack the cup out of his hand.
Bitch.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this is crazy.
I would be also, so this is my man. I mean, they're fuming.
I'm trying to understand how she think it's okay. Like,
because she's outside. Because she said she's not looking for a relationship. She's just dating to have fun. I feel like when you're in that mindset, you're with the shits. Like, everything goes. Yeah. Like, you in everybody's section. You buying, getting drinks from anybody. You dipping and dabbing. I feel like you're in that point. So it makes sense.
Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like Did anybody teach you date etiquette?
No.
Like how do you find out date etiquette? Because like, what if she really genuinely thinks this is not a big deal? Like because in her mind she's basically saying like,
Great question.
honestly, I was gonna take the shot, and if we would have just kept talking, it would have been perfectly fine. Like nothing ever even happened.
I don't think I ever learned date etiquette. I don't think I even learned relationship etiquette. Let me put that out there. I'm still trying to do that thing. I don't think I know. I just think it's all. I would have approached it just like from respect. I guess you just want to say like the respect. Like if we are at a table together, this is us. Anything else outside of that, other than the waitress or waiter, it's like
like it's more like treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah, like, and I do think maybe on the other end, she sounds like she's down for a good time. She probably wouldn't have cared, but I feel like another person would have been pissed off too. Yeah, but my girl is outside. She's outside. I love that for her though. I love that for her. Couldn't be me, but I love that for her.
Actually, so I'm about to read this comment, and it made me think about something. Okay, so it says, "You're the asshole. People send drinks as an opening pickup line. You flirted with another guy and told him he had a shot while on a date. Not cool." Now I want to know, has anyone ever sent you like a drink?
At a drink, yeah.
Like randomly?
At friend dinners, not when a man. If I'm at a friend dinner, somebody would send me a drink over. Yeah. So that's not before. But was that you trying to say that was that the intro to a conversation?
Yeah, like did you assume it was like, oh, he trying to get my number?
Well, he came over after.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, like when we're getting up and so he's like, hey, nice to meet you, like that kind of conversation. I wonder where he is today.
You ever had like you been out at the club and your sneaky link send you a drink?
Yeah, man, I miss those days.
And that was lit for the night. Another comment says, some guy sent a drink to my wife with me sitting with her. We both have our rings on and everything. I took the drink for her. Good ass fruity drink too. Like what if he would have took the shot? Actually,
he should have took the shot.
Now that's what he should have did.
Because now we fight man to man. Now we
fight. Now we swinging dicks.
Now I'm finna send that check to your table because this is your shot.
Yeah, but then it's not. Then it's not really. Is it cute? Like, would you be if the guy sent the drink over and the guy you on a date with was like facts and took the shot? Would that be sexy to you?
If I liked him, yes, because I'd be like, yeah, baby, I'm yours.
Yeah, or if he sat back and spread his legs real wide. I don't know why it just give me like big dick
balls.
Energy. Yeah,
like big ball.
Like, you know what? Take a shot and then like look at him in the eye. Like, yeah.
I think all of this, every story today and this one is how much do you like the person? Because I think that when you like someone, a lot of things are just like you just feel the energy to do a lot more things. If you really don't like the person, then it's not that big of a deal. Yeah. I think, yeah.
But it also is like, how can you really know on the first date?
You can't, but you also can see if you can go on a second date.
Yeah,
I feel like, and that's also an intro to. I may not like you, but I'm comfortable enough with you to go on a second date. I feel like so. Let me not say like. Maybe it's like comfortability. How comfortable am I to continue to explore? It's all these words that we have nowadays. I feel like when I was in the 20s, if I liked you or not.
Facts.
Either we fucking or we not.
Yes or no.
Either we going out or not. Yeah, check yes or no. It was no maybe. Now I feel like, are you fluent? Do you fluently feel the same way about me? It's too many like descriptions. Like, ugh.
Yeah. All right, let's do another one. This one was also kind of funny to me. AITA for pretending I didn't know my friend was on a date when she dragged me along.
That's okay.
Right? This one is kind of like from the friendships perspective. Okay, so this just happened a few nights ago, and now she's acting weird about it, and I'm wondering if I messed up. So my friend Emily, fake name obviously, asked me if I wanted to go to this ramen spot we both love. She said, let's go grab dinner. I have some tea to spill. So I was like, cool, girls' night vibe. I even wore sweats and no makeup because I thought it was just going to be us chilling and talking crap about people from high school like usual.
Okay.
But when I got there, she was already sitting with this dude. She waves me over and goes, oh, hey, this is Mark. I hope you don't mind. I told him to join. Which, okay. I sat down, but it was weird right away. Like she was being flirty and kind of giggly with him. And I was just sitting there like the third wheel and didn't get the memo.
Okay.
I tried to keep conversation going and being polite, but I was kind of annoyed. Like, if it's a date, just say it's a date. I wouldn't have showed up. Anyway, I started to suspect that she invited me on purpose so it wouldn't feel too intense for her or something. So I kind of leaned into it. I started talking to Mark more, asking him silly questions like, what's your favorite dinosaur? And just being a little chaotic.
Okay.
Nothing mean, just not acting like it was a romantic setting, which made her super quiet for a while.
Okay.
After dinner, she texted me like, "Thanks for coming, but I think you kind of made things awkward." I just said, "Oh, I didn't realize it was a date. You said T, not Tinder."
My girl got lines. Okay, I like that one.
That cracked me up. I was like, I know that's right. Clock it. Now she hasn't replied in like 2 days, and our group chat is weirdly quiet. My other friend says I probably embarrassed her and should have just made an excuse to leave once I realized.
What?
But I kind of feel like I was set up.
You called me.
Facts.
The fuck are we doing here?
Like, I wouldn't have come if I knew I was gonna be a prop in her soft launch. So Reddit, am I the asshole for pretending? Wait, am I the asshole for pretending not to realize it was a date and making it awkward? Or is that on her for not being upfront?
No, you called me to come out, and I got to the table thinking you just called another friend.
Imagine you on. First of all, this is so weird to me. I've never. Well, I haven't been on a ton of dates. Like, not like I've been on dates with my man, but like I haven't been on like a ton
Outside
of
of
dates
dates,
with
yeah.
like random strangers, like getting to know people. I completely missed the Tinder, Hinge, dating out.
I got the tail end of the Hinge one.
I had Hinge for one night, and I was like, "Yeah, this is weird."
Yeah.
No, I don't think that it's weird. It was just weird for me.
For
Like,
you,
it was
yes,
like,
no. It is very awkward.
But I also can't imagine going on a date and bringing my friends along.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've read a few Twitter threads on people bringing dates along, but it was given very much like using the guy to pay for dinner type stuff. I've read those things. I guess that's like a thing or whatever. But I've read those type of things. So the dynamic, what you're saying, is not bad. But why are you mad if you called me?
Facts.
Also, too, if you're my friend, why didn't you tell me that somebody was there? Like,
and also, I kind of feel like your chaotic friend. Like, I feel like she hit up the friend who she knew would be down for some crazy
for the get down,
like this.
exactly.
So when I came and I'm being me,
you mad?
Don't be mad.
That's what I'm saying. No, her friend is stupid. I'm very much stupid. Hot take. She probably got jealous that the guy maybe was a little bit into her friend more than her. And
she
I
said
think
it was awkward
to her.
to her.
To him, maybe he was like, "Oh, I picked the wrong friend."
Also, because I feel like guys love the fun friend.
Yeah, because guys love fun.
Yeah,
they
just
don't like
wanna
a boy. They
have
just want to
fun.
have a good time. And maybe she brought her friend along because she's really shy. I mean, now I'm making shit up, but the real girl, the girl that's on a date was shy. The friend is a little more outgoing. The guy liked the friend, the outgoing friend, and not the shy girl. And now they bonded. Now she tight.
Why bring your friend?
I don't understand that. Well, she didn't say. I thought the story was gonna get out maybe that they got to the restaurant and the guy was there already by himself, like eating by himself, and then they joined him. That makes a little bit more sense. But it seemed like you invited two people and didn't tell neither of them that the other person was coming.
Like, wrap the date up. Like,
Yeah.
you just like, hey, I had a great time. My friends coming. Or like, hey,
Yeah.
girl, let's meet up at a different time because I'm on a date and it's going well.
She's a weirdo. She's a weirdo. Something about that is there's something that somebody's not saying.
Something is strange. I agree.
Yeah,
something is
something's
like,
so much so I can't call her an asshole. Like, she just tried to make us a bad situation better or more comfortable for her, because she probably was like, what the heck is going on here?
So one of the comments says, not the asshole. I'm curious. Why would someone want a second person on a date? Safety, breaking the ice. Overall, it sounds like an odd practice.
Yeah.
Not the
You shouldn't be there.
Not the asshole. What did she expect after she invited a friend on a date?
Ooh, hot take. Maybe he friend zoned her and was like, "This is weird. Like, I just want to be friends." She tried to be like a down girl and bring her friends along, and now she tight that he like, "I don't want to be friends with your friend, no."
Right. Imagine. Also, I feel like that's actually, funny enough, that's a risk you run. Like,
Yeah.
like if you are on a date with somebody and y'all kind of just like feeling each other out, and then you, like, it's not an official, like, serious thing, and then you introduce another player into this situation,
They up for grabs.
you run the risk of like that person now liking this other person more.
But then I also think that's where girl code comes into play, because like,
Ooh, now this is hot
Yeah.
takes. This is hot take section.
Okay.
Because I got hot takes. Go.
okay, I feel like, well, I shamelessly have not done it this way, so I can have to say this. But I feel like if your friend has expressed deeply about liking someone, that he kind of is off limits, even if it don't work out.
You know what? And I feel like this is a practice amongst our people and our people only.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they don't get down like that.
They don't.
And
they
you
don't,
know what?
They don't.
I kind of understand it. It's because, like, how are you going to take somebody off the market based on
Your
a feeling
liking?
that your own personal... It's not even a mutual feeling. It's just like, hey, I like this person, so can't nobody else talk to him? Or, like, can't nobody else try to pursue him? It's like, if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. I feel like, yes, if you are dating someone, like, y'all are officially dating, y'all have been together... and you want it to be this person is off limits after the fact, fine. But and then even then, I'm kind of like, it depends. It depends. It depends on how it ended, or like, you know, like if y'all quite literally were not compatible,
then maybe they're compatible with the friend.
Put the man back on the market, girl. It ain't that many of them.
You know what? All right, okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there are okay, I don't know if I truly feel this way, but I feel like I do have a few exes where I'm like, if my friends was like, hey girl, me and this person like randomly run into each other and now we're now dating, go for it, sis. Wish you well.
Like I definitely agree with that now. Because I'm off the market. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, because I'm off the market. I have no interest in
but what if you genuinely don't have interest in him anymore? Like, I have exes that I'm like, child, we never even dated.
The only thing I would say is that it would just bring up a piece of me that's like, did you always like the person? Like, what did that look like back then? Yeah. I think mature me is gonna see it from before. But I have a hot take. Unless you want to read the comments. I have a really crazy one based on this.
What are you saying right now?
Suppose.
No, I'm saying, are we moving into hot takes? Like,
oh no, I just want to. It's the second part of the story of this thing. Yeah. Okay. If you don't mind that, if your friend dates somebody and they like somebody, it may not work out. They're off limits, right? That's what we're trying to say. That's kind of stupid.
Yes.
Now, suppose you die. Would you want your partner to be with one of your friends, and one of your friends like somebody?
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
This is also very weird, and it honestly. Anyways, I'm gonna tell a story.
Yeah.
One of my favorite teachers in high school, they were a couple, and the husband ended up passing away from a heart attack, and his widow married his college roommate. I feel like it's. At first, I kind of was like, "That's strange," but you know what? I think at a certain point, maybe people just like mature, and it's like. Also, I feel like it's very rare that you are really in spaces to like meet new people. So like if there comes a place in your life where you and this other person I'm no longer here and you and this other person kind of like got, fine feelings about me. Honestly, too, I feel like I probably would keep my memory alive.
And that's what I feel like. I feel like if I'm dead,
like who else was gonna go hard for me?
Exactly. Who else gonna go hard for me but my girl?
But my own man,
my own
girl.
Yeah, like y'all get together and love me from afar. You gonna take care of the kids. I feel like I could trust that you would hold it down in the best way possible. I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
That's a very hot take.
That's a very hot take.
That might be the craziest hot take. But you know what? I think I might be with you.
I think I don't see the bigger problem in it.
Maybe if it's a little bit more removed. I just
don't get with her next month.
That it would be awkward. But maybe if it's like a more distant friend who like they're still my friend, but maybe we didn't see them all the time.
Okay, I agree with that because I feel like if you got with my man,
that's just weird.
That's just weird. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's a distant friend. I don't know. I feel like
But yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I don't think it's the craziest.
I don't think I have a list
of.
I don't have a list of people that you cannot be with these people if I die type shit.
And I feel like as a friend, if my friend likes somebody. Or if I like somebody, but that person doesn't like me back, I'm not gonna tell my friend to not pursue it. Like that's my L. You just hold the L and move on. People be way too possessive.
I'm very possessive, so I you know what? And I'm very egotistical.
How you gonna take charge of somebody who doesn't even belong to you? Like,
but they do
in your mind. You psycho.
I made it up. All right.
Yeah. I think that's weird.
All right. Well, that was some good stories. Want to check out?
Crazy date stories. Wait. To anybody who is like out there dating, I do not envy you. I cannot imagine dating right now. Like it seems like the craziest.
I hear the horror stories from my girlfriends, and let me tell you something. Every day, I get right with my man, I look at my man. I'm like, we gonna work this out, baby boy, because I cannot go back out there.
You in a 360. This is Suge Knight, baby.
Forever.
All right, so checking out hot takes. My hot take is actually based on the date.
Okay.
Which I think maybe we already said. Maybe we did. Maybe we didn't say this. But my hot take is if we're like dating, we're not like in a relationship, but we're dating.
Okay.
As a man, I'm expecting you to pay for every date. Like, I think it is very weird, this whole conversation around like, oh, on the 4th date, the women should pay. Fuck out of here. Like, if we are dating, we're not in a relationship.
Yes.
It's your responsibility to pay for every single day.
Because men have to be men.
Please.
Be a man. Pay for the dates. I feel like if we're dating, yes. If we're in a relationship, that's when we can open up.
Absolutely.
I'll start tapping in a little bit there. But if we're dating, you pay for everything.
Yeah.
Now, if I don't care about you and I'm just trying to get my rocks off, I go for drink, and then we can just go back and fuck, and then go back home.
Okay.
Okay. But agree, dating, you have to pay for everything. I agree with that one.
I feel like even if I'm finna go back home and fuck, like, I need you to pay for these drinks.
No, I pay for one. I pay for a round. I pay for a round once in my life. You know what I mean? I pay for a round once in my life.
Maybe
but I'm not. Here we go. I will never, and I will teach my son this. And if I have a daughter, teach her this. I will never be first to come out my pocket. I feel like a man's supposed to be first to come out their pocket.
Yes.
You will always make more money than me. My little pesos is never going to equate to your pesos. So you always have to come out of pocket first.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
And I think it's just also initiative.
Yeah.
And also it's just like, yeah, I want to feel like
I want to feel you take care of me.
Yeah, like you're interested in me.
Yeah.
And even if it's like down the line we split and everything 50-50, I still want to make sure that you
can do it.
Got the energy.
And if you broke, just say that. If you can't pay for the drink, you shouldn't be on this date.
I agree. So yeah, I think men should always pay for dates in the like courting or dating phase.
I agree.
That's my hot take.
All right. I have a funny hot take because I saw a video.
Go for it.
Have you seen the video on TikTok of the girl who called up a online witch?
No.
She found an online. She liked this guy. The guy didn't really like her. She called the online witch. The lady apparently did some voodoo to make her like her. But instead of she was a fake witch, and instead of doing it, she called the guy and was like, "Yo, this bitch is coming for you." So my hot take is voodoo. Right? I feel like everyone has like a voodoo piece of their life. You're from down south. Your family didn't have any.
Hell no. What are we talking about? Oh,
no.
What do you mean?
Like Florida water to cleanse the house out a bit, or saging the house.
We wouldn't call it voodoo, but like you got to put some holy oil on some stuff and
to bless the house around.
Yeah, and bless the house.
Like my mom and my grandmother. I should never probably not say this, but if somebody would like mess with me, they would give me like blue baths to like cleanse me out to make no bad things would happen to me. And I'm not lying. I did it to my ex-boyfriend when he was having a lot of problems in life, and it worked out for him too. So I thought it was real. And then like if somebody's being mean to you, they say like put their name in your shoe underneath the tag so you can step on them. That works.
That's funny. Or like the only thing that I'm like. Maybe. Only thing that I'm like thinking about is like superstitions where it was like don't put your purse on the floor, or like don't let nobody sweep over your feet, or stuff like just random stuff like that. This one girl did have me terrified though. She was like babysitting us for a little bit, and she told us a story about like the saying of like a witch will ride you with a broom in the room, and I was always terrified to like leave a broom anywhere near me when I went to sleep, because it just she scarred me for like life damn near, because I was like, oh child, don't go to sleep with no broom in the room because here come the witch. Wait, so what was your hot take?
This voodoo is fun. I guess it's not really a hot take. I guess my hot take is, I don't have a hot take. Well, I guess, okay, hold on. My hot take is bringing the things you grew up with into your real life. Because I feel like I still do some of the voodoo stuff now. Not voodoo, but some of those like superstition stuff. Like, don't let somebody walk through the door without money in their pocket on the first of the year so that you could bring money into your house. Or like the cinnamon on the door, things like that. I feel like that's like, eat your collars and your picture and stuff.
Because I grew up in the South, like very like Christian household. And sometimes it's kind of like, it really be semantics.
It does.
Because people are like, they'll be like, oh, don't like stay away from these certain things, but then you'll do things on New Year's like eat greens because you want to have money. Like, which is it? Is it ill practice, or is it something we should be following?
Yes, I agree.
So. Yeah.
I don't know. I like them. I feel like also too, like I guess it's everything. It's good to believe in something. You got to believe in something to get through the day. So if I believe that me eating collard greens on the 1st is gonna bring some money in my house, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Your pintos, your black eyed peas, or whatever you got to eat.
If I believe putting somebody's name in my shoe when they fuck with me is gonna bring them down, down.
That I've never heard of. Yeah, but that's funny.
It's funny ones. Oh yeah.
Okay.
And that was fun.
Well, that's the episode.
Till next time, guys.
Peace out.
Bye.